everybody, Brent Florica here, and welcome to the final Sketchbook B episode of 2025. Another year has come and gone, crazy. In this video, I'm going to be going through a time-lapse of a recent commission that I did for a wedding. I was really happy with how it turned out and just thankful to be a part of the wedding celebration. I wish this happy couple many blessings in the days, months, years ahead. So let's get right into the drawing process. I'll throw in some comments here and there, and I'll see you on the other side. So this was the first piece where I used Clip Studio's 3D modeling options to help kind of pose the characters. It was very helpful in this case, but I will say these tools are not intuitive at all and are really hard to get the hang of, so just be warned. After I had my sort of rough outline from the 3D models, I was able to move into the more finished pencil work, which is just another way of saying a refined pencil layer that adds a lot more of the details that I want to show through in the finished piece. This is also an opportunity to kind of refine some of the scale and proportions, because the figures, while helpful, weren't exactly proportioned correctly, so I had to do some manipulation as I went through this phase to make sure things were looking right. So I thought I would stop at this point with the pencils and go into some inking just for the figures. There's a lot of detail that went into this piece in the background and the foreground, more so than what I usually have to do. So I wanted to just get this out of the way first. I thought this will be a little bit easier to handle than all of the unknowns of what's happening in the background. So just to keep the process moving, I decided to put some ink on this line work at this point in the process. Once that was done, I went back in and started figuring out the scene that these figures were going to be placed in. I had a lot of good reference material from my client of the flower arrangements that were going to be used and the location and stuff like that. So I was able to come up with something that I was really happy with that incorporated as many of those things as I could. And I liked the floral motif, and I leaned into that a lot. I started playing around with some scenery in the background and lighting, as you can see here, and I just tried to figure out how to frame these characters, because I felt like it looked a little bare and it needed something to frame them a little bit better in the scene. That's when I came up with the idea for some kind of archway or something that they could stand under with some material draped over it with more flowers, that kind of thing. Once I started looking up some reference material of things like that, this idea came together fairly quickly after that. Also at this stage, I refined the heads of the characters a little bit. I'd kind of just gone by eye initially, so I wasn't really happy with how those heads were looking, so I decided to refine them a little bit with some reference images, and I was glad I did. Ultimately, it was the right call. Now we get into the fun stuff, which is the coloring, where everything really starts to come together. This stage in this particular piece was really important, and it was one of the parts of it that I was a little frustrated by because I feel like I could have done a better job setting up my layers. I know I've mentioned before how important layers are in digital drawings and stuff. Just because in this one there are so many things behind other things, and I wanted certain aspects of it to be translucent, and that created some issues with, well, what's in front of what, and it made it a little bit difficult at the flattening stage. So I did my best with it and kind of muddled my way through, but I feel like if I were to do something like this again, I would be a lot more careful at even the line work stage to make sure I have everything on the proper layers so that I could flat it properly and keep everything divided up a little more cleanly. I'll also jump in here just to say, if you enjoy the content that I've been putting out this year, please do leave a like on this video or subscribe to my channel even, if you feel so inclined, or share this video or any of those good YouTube things. They all help the channel grow and are no cost to you, so appreciate it. The next step, as usual, once the flats are done, is to add in some shadows. And I use sort of a purpley color for this because I knew I wanted my light to be that kind of golden hour yellowish light. And to complement that, I went across the color wheel to something in the purple range. I did that on a multiply layer, as I usually do, which I then turned the opacity down on a little bit later on. But usually when I'm putting it in there, I keep the opacity fairly high so that I can very clearly see where the shadows are going. So the next step here is the highlights. There were a few things that were included in this that I had some fun playing around with. One, I did some rim lighting on the characters, on some of the flowers, and some of the surrounding arch stuff. I also played around this time with some color holds on the line work. And so in Clip Studio Paint, you can lock the line work layers so that basically you can't draw outside of where you've already put lines. And with that, I can actually color the line work itself, which I focus mainly on where the sun is, right at the characters' kind of necks there. And that just kind of adds more punch and more drama right there where the sun is coming through, which is where I want the focus to be. The last step was just to play around with the final lighting effects. I added some particles for that drama and that golden hour type lighting, as well as some details on the dress. There were really cool flowery type details on the dress that I tried to capture, and I was really happy with how that all looked, especially combined with the lighting effects. So yeah, a couple little modifications here and there to the dress, which you can see here, and that was all she wrote for this one. Well, there you have it, folks. A finished piece. I was really excited about this one. It was a lot of work, a lot of detail, but a really satisfying result. And I hope that it brings some joy and a smile to the faces of this happy couple for many years to come. Thankful to be a part of your very special day. If you'd be interested in having me do a commission piece like this for you, you can reach out to me at brentflorica.com/contact. And we can get the process started. Thank you for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. And until next time, and until next year, take care.